This is just some some brown paper tape, and I will give you plenty of supply of this, however much you need. And I just tear off a little bit. Everyone asks me how much. It doesn't really matter. Maybe, let's say 3 finger breadths, something like that. You just sort of tear it off like that. And then the key with this is we're going to try to support the tip upwards. So the first move is to tape the base of the nose across here. It doesn't really too much matter if there is across the incision or not. You know, just the key is to get the bottom of the tape there. So I go up here like this and just sort of bring the tip up. And what you're going to do is you're going to see it just sort of does that. And you take your fingernails and you really want to squeeze it down so it just kisses the skin. And it's not sticking as well because she has a little bit of makeup on, but you can see that it should sit just like that. And really try, the next move is try to get the tip down. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to tape some tape, just, you know, 3 finger breadths or so. Pull it, tear it off like that. If you want to be neat, you can cut it. And then just push it down a little bit, but be careful because it's still going to be relatively tender. You can see that's sort of loose. I'm going to take my fingernails here too and just squeeze down, just like that, until it kisses the skin. Remember, she's not tender because she has not had a rhinoplasty, but someone that's had a rhinoplasty, you're going to be a little bit tender, and you just want to make sure that that sits and really covers the tip, and make sure, like here, it's still a little exposed. I really want that tip sealed down, and so that it doesn't scar and just really comes down naturally, and really cuts down the swelling much more easily. Then it depends. I may tell you that's all you need, or I may tell you, oh, your bridge is pretty swollen, we got to take care of that too. If that's the case, then go ahead and just tear another one. Now this one's a little different. You're not going to actually do the pinching. You're just going to take it across the bridge and let it sit on there, and just a little bit of pressure to sit it down. And we're going to go, and just for the sake of completeness, go ahead and just do the taping all the way to the top of the bridge. So again, tearing it off, 3 finger breaths or whatever you want, and then just gently pushing down a little bit so that we can get everything covered. And you can see there isn't that pinching effect. All you got to do is sort of push down like that. And that's how to tape a nose. Now, the way that, the time that you tape the nose is after taking the splint down, taking everything off. I usually ask you to do this sometimes a few days, sometimes a month or 2 months, somewhere around that range. And a few patients with really thick skin, as I see you progress, it may be even up to 2 to 3 months. And for the first week after the splint comes off, if you're home, you can, and it looks like a lot of swelling, you could even wear it during the day, but definitely at night. So what you do is you say, well, can I walk around town like this? The answer is no, obviously. This is meant really for at nighttime. So what you do is you put this tape on before you go to sleep, just like I just showed you, and then when you wake up in the morning, you take a shower, and because the tape is really not held on too well, it will basically come off very easily just with a shower. And then you just do that every night for the first 6 weeks to 2 months, maybe even 3 months, as I said, depending on what I see with you. And the other thing that's really important with this too is that when you're supine or lying flat, there's more swelling that gets into your nose. So it really helps you, especially before you go to work, there's not much swelling. So if you tape it down when you're lying flat, the swelling can't get into the nose, and therefore the nose doesn't get more swollen. There isn't that variability of swelling. So hopefully that little short video will give you an idea of how to manage taping your nose afterwards. And again, I'm happy to review that with you in person. If you have had a rhinoplasty with another surgeon, this is not applicable to you because I do not want to give advice to another surgeon's patient, but this is really for my patients. Hopefully that was helpful.